Hello, everybody. It is Gigi Mack, your dancing travel agent in the house. I am here with my wonderful business development manager, Melissa with Winstar, and we are going to tell you guys all about the amazing Winstar and Tahiti and cruise with Gigi to Tahiti. So I got this idea because I sailed with Windstar back in December to the Mediterranean. It was the greatest cruise I've ever been on. And if you guys know me, you know that I cruise a lot. And I fell in love with Windstar. It's by far my favorite now, by way up here. And Melissa's going to tell you all about how amazing it is. But my husband and I, also known as Honey Bunny, because you guys hear me call him that all the time, we are going to go to Tahiti with Windstar in October for my birthday cruise, and we're inviting you. So I wanted to share a little bit about Windstar, the cruise line in general, and of course, Tahiti. And even if you can't go on my birthday cruise in October, you're going to want to go on Windstar, and make sure you reach out to me and tell me all about, tell me to get it booked for you, because you're going to want to go. So I'm going to hand it over to the fabulous Melissa with Windstar.
All right. Thanks, Gigi. Hi, everybody. I'm Melissa Nessenson with Windstar Cruises, and I've been on the Windstar team almost 8 awesome years. I'm not just a Windstar employee. I'm definitely a Windstar fanatic. And if you've sailed with us, you know what I mean. And if you haven't yet, you're going to discover what Windstar is all about. And it is just so much fun. It's going to be your very favorite cruise line, your favorite way to travel. And like we like to say, 180 degrees from ordinary. So forget what you think you might know about cruising. You know, when people think of cruising, they think of big ships and crowds and, touristy places. Throw that out the porthole window. This is Windstar. This is really unique. And we like to say, private yacht style cruising. Doesn't that sound awesome? So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little bit about Windstar and talk about this awesome cruise that we have coming up. And because my internet has been acting funny, I'm going to turn off my camera real quick, because that seems to make it go a little bit quicker with less bandwidth. So here we go. Let me go ahead and get started. Make sure my presentation moves, which is always a good thing. All right, Gigi, just give me a thumbs up if my presentation moved to the next slide. Awesome, we're doing great. So Windstar has 2 beautiful styles of ships. 3 classic motor yachts and 3 classic sailing yachts, and over 180 some itineraries to unique places, endless discoveries, like we say, 180 degrees from ordinary, a way of seeing the world as if you're on a private yacht. And the itineraries are really unique, and we try to challenge ourselves to go into ports and destinations that are typically beyond the reach of larger ships, and also where some smaller ships just can't go. The way our ships were designed, they could go into some more shallow waterways, narrow passageways, and really you get to see the world more like a yachter than a tourist or like a typical cruiser. It's a fun, relaxed, unpretentious, friendly atmosphere on board. 5-star dining, 5-star service, casually elegant. You don't have to bring the formal wear, so no tuxedos and formal wear required. But if you have an anniversary or something special, you could certainly dress to impress if you'd like. We just don't require it. And it is a luxurious experience with your choice of an all-inclusive or cruise-only fare. And I'll describe what that means in just a moment. And definitely thoughtful, friendly, genuine service. And we are not time and time again named the world's best boutique cruise line, including just again this year, USA Today's Reader's Choice Awards for the #1 best boutique cruise line, and lots of other great awards and recognitions. We've been in operation over 36 years, and our parent company, which is Xanterra Travel Collection, they've been in operation in the hospitality industry over 150 years. So we really know how to do luxury travel right. And all of our accommodations are beautifully appointed. Our fleet has 3 all-suite yachts, and we also have 3 sailing yachts and lots of different accommodations you could choose from. The ship that's in Tahiti right now is the Star Breeze, and it is an all-suite yacht. On all of our ships, there's open dining with no reservation fees, plus 24-hour in-suite and in-room dining. If you like to have a romantic dinner in your suite, absolutely. It's the beautiful 5-star menus you would have in the dining room, just delivered to your own room. All of your non-alcohol beverages are always included on Windstar in our cruise-only fares. members. We do have so much included. It's kind of easier to tell you what's not included in the cruise only fare. For the onboard experience, that's basically your alcohol, Wi-Fi, and tips. But we're the only cruise line I know of in the entire world that gives you a per person choice of going all inclusive with alcohol, Wi-Fi, and tips, and your spouse or your friend you're sharing your room with, they do not have to do the same. They can go a la carte and just decide what they want. So we give you the freedom of choice as luxury travelers to travel as you like. It's just a difference of $89 per guest per day, by the way, between an all-inclusive fare or a cruise-only fare. And so we do give you a choice, and there is a savings there as well. We have perhaps the friendliest crew at sea. We are known for our service. Where our crew, it's for them, it's not just a job, it's a calling. And most of our crew members have been with us for many, many years, and they just wake up every day with their one goal in mind to make sure you're having an amazing vacation. And we have almost a 1-to-1 guest to crew ratio, which is really almost unheard of these days in any hotel, resort, or cruise line. So we really do get that personal experience where they're going to remember those small details that make vacation so, so special. They're going to know how you like your coffee. They know how you like your drink. They remember your name. They have time to sit down and listen to your stories about your awesome day you had ashore. Look at your pictures on your phone. You really do connect with your crew. They become really more like friends, and you really want to come back to your favorite ship to see your favorite crew members again and again. We have 7 to 12 day typically 7 to 12 day itineraries, but we also have back-to-back sailings 14 days or longer, as well as our grand adventures, which are 55 days. Can you imagine a 55-day grand tour of the Caribbean? That sounds pretty amazing. But for most of us, we don't have 55 days to spare. So for many of us, 7 to 12 days is ideal. And also Gigi and her team can help you customize the experience, adding cruise tours and select itineraries. So you might come in a day or two early or stay a day or two longer. We do have packages that include air, hotel, and cruise. And this is where we leave from or go back to. So you can see some unique places that you would fly to and meet the yacht. One of the places we are year round would be on the left side of your screen in Papeete, that's Tahiti, that's French Polynesia, and that's our featured destination for this evening. But if you're looking to fulfill your bucket list, let Gigi know, because chances are we have it, and you would leave from one of these awesome places and meet the yacht for your 7, 10, 12, or up to 55-day cruise vacation. So lots of popular destinations in the Greek Isles, the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, Panama Canal, around Iceland, Dalmatian coast of Italy with Croatia. The Tahitian itineraries are absolutely phenomenal, award-winning cruises. We'll talk about that in just a moment. We have land tours in places like Machu Picchu in Peru and Galapagos in Ecuador, and lots of great getaways. But what I'm really excited to tell you about is the islands of Tahiti. And this is going to be an overview of the itinerary. And if you'd like to know more, Gigi is going to be happy to assist you one-on-one. And if you'd like a follow-up webinar to answer additional questions, we'll be happy to do that as well. But you're welcome to post any questions in the chat as you think of them. But if you have additional questions, Gigi will help you. And again, if need be, we could do a follow-up webinar. So 36 years in Tahiti. No one does Tahiti like Winstar. We really go into these beautiful out-of-the-way places. The Tahitians embrace Winstar as if we're their own cruise line, because we've been there for over 36 years. So it's not unusual for tribal chiefs to meet the yacht in a beautiful Tahitian destination to welcome our guests and even escort our guests on excursions, or locals, community tribe leaders and whatnot will host onboard lectures and workshops and things like that. So really get a chance to see the cultures, not only ashore, but also on the yacht. We bring dancers on board. We get to study and learn about the history of Tahitian dance. And you would be traveling with our lovely Gigi, who's known as the dancing travel advisor. She's a luxury travel agent that knows how to get down and show you all kinds of great dances. And we have a Tahitian dance troupe as well that'll be on board, and it's going to be really great. What I didn't realize until just recently is that Tahitian dance actually was banned when missionaries came and settled to Tahiti many, many years ago. But fortunately, the band was not respected by everyone, and the tradition of Tahitian dance was passed down from mother to daughter and father to son in secret. And today it's really celebrated with the music and the dance of the Tahitian cultures, beautiful Tahitian instruments with wood and conch shells, and even a flute, a nasal flute that's played with the nose. It's really quite amazing. And lots of great activities and pastimes that you can enjoy in Tahiti. We do work in coordination with a coral reef organization for sustainability and really helping the coral reefs thrive. So we do have different excursions such as planting your own coral, snorkeling, all kinds of eco tours to really get to know, but also protect the environment. We're very careful to leave a gentle footprint when we're in Tahiti. If you'd like to extend your stay or do something very unique, we have overwater and garden bungalows available on select sailings. And Gigi and Michael and friends are going to really, really show you a great time. We have a 7-night cruise vacation, October 17th of this year on the award-winning Star Breeze. It's 7 days throughout the Society Islands of Tahiti. There's 6 different Tahitian islands and overnight in 2 of the destinations, and it is going to be spectacular. So there'll be all kinds of great things to do and see. You'll be spending a week filled in paradise with Gigi and Michael and friends, and really witnessing beautiful landscapes, amazing sunsets, and visiting 6 different islands in Tahiti could be difficult to accomplish on any other type of vacation. Many of these islands are very difficult to get to. They don't have airports, and unless you hired a private boat to try to get there, which could be extremely expensive if available, there's really no other great way to see these many islands in 7 days than a Winstar vacation. It's awesome. You'll be visiting romantic Bora Bora. There's legendary white sand beaches, really low-key places like Hua Hin. There's archaeological sites, quaint villages. We visit a very beautiful, tiny private island, actually smaller than an island. It's like an islet. It's called a motu, M-O-T-U, and it's a perfect place to have a beach party, which we will treat you to. We'll have an overnight in Bora Bora and Raiatea to really, immerse yourself in the cultures. There'll be a beautiful luau party on one of the evenings in Bora Bora, and lots of other great, exciting experiences. So this is your itinerary. We don't have time to get into everything, all the details, but just so you know, you have plenty of time to enjoy yourself in each of these beautiful destinations, and you're traveling round trip pape-ete. We have optional hand-curated excursions. These do cost extra. They are not included, but they're amazing, and you would not find the exact same thing anywhere else. Many of these out-of-the-way places don't have a lot of tourism, so you might not find tours on your own, but even if you did, it wouldn't actually compare to what we offer, because these are all seriously hand-curated with our travelers in mind. So everything from hiking to biking to snorkeling, and all local guides and English speaking guides, and the best equipment, all the equipment. We use only the top notch tour operators in the islands. The owner of Winstar is very careful on who we do business with. So you could be very, very comfortable that these are all tried and true excursions, and we've been doing this over 36 years, so we have the best experiences. So hand curated photographers, photo safaris, snorkeling safaris, wave runners, dolphin tours. In Raiatea, it's known for the Faroe River. It's the only navigable river in the Society Islands, and we do have kayaking trips there. We have where you can snorkel and harvest your own pearl in a black pearl farm. Beautiful. All kinds of unique experiences. Cultural cruises, sunset cruises. These are optional but beautiful. Going into different archaeological sites. Taha is where we have the private island I was telling you about. And in addition to a fun beach barbecue party, there's a lot of experiences that you could do, like drift snorkeling. You could do a scenic tour of sightseeing. There's a vanilla plantation there. And all the while, you could also do your own thing, and there's plenty of time to do an excursion, plus time to do your own sightseeing. Now, there's lots to do in Bora Bora, so much to do that we're there for 2 days. So you could book multiple excursions. Our website will not let you overbook. So if you have an excursion in mind and you book it and you try to book something else for later in the day, it will not let you do it if it overlaps. So rest assured, if you book more than one excursion, if the website allows you to do that, then you could certainly do that because you've got plenty of time in places like Bora Bora, and actually 2 full days of touring as well. So everything from an overview of the island to actually a helicopter flight all around the island. How exciting. So obviously these have different price points, everything probably from $40 on up to over $400 and above. So it really depends on the how many hours, the type of experience, what type of equipment. And these are very small, intimate groups, so they are going to sell out fast. So you are going to want to get your reservations made soon so that you can secure your space on one of these bucket list items. If you like snorkeling, Bora is a great place for that. And we just added a new excursion, snorkeling with the manta rays. And it's a half-day excursion adventure, 4 different snorkeling sites. They do choose the best sites based on where the most marine life activity is for that day. Really, really cool. There's also a tour as you're going around the island. And get ready to party like a Tahitian at our complimentary destination discovery feast on the beach with great entertainment. And it's going to be a really wonderful treat with culinary delights and music and dancing. And wow, you're going to have fun. Then your next day in Bora Bora, you still have plenty of time to do what you didn't get to do the first day. So you could plan accordingly. Lots of fun things to do, or just relax and enjoy yourself on the yacht. That's always nice as well. Hua Hin has a lot of outdoor adventure. There's 4x4s, there's e-bikes, there's a little picnic adventure. There's all kinds of really cool things, ATV rides, snorkeling. There's for those that like culture and history, they do have this a visit to the sacred archaeological sites. So you're going to be wowed at the beauty in Tahiti. Definitely it's a beautiful place, and doing an excursion really does enhance the experience because you're going to learning about the military past of Tahiti, exploring the underwater beauty, the ancestral cultures, learning about traditional Polynesian dances, lots of experiences on land and on the yacht, of course, with plenty of time on board to enjoy and just, get pampered. And we have a lot of great fun activities on board the ship as well. And in Papeete, although that's where that's still where the airport is, you could still consider that a port of call because there's going to be shopping areas. There's a marketplace, a beautiful marketplace with local art and jewelry and really beautiful dyed payeras, they're called. That's the dresses and the sarongs. There's all kinds of cool stuff. So come in early, come at least day early into Papeete, enjoy yourself. If you're there early and you're a diver and maybe your diving certificate has expired, we do offer a pre-cruise refresher dive so that you could renew your certification if you wanted to. And then also when the ship is round trip Papeete, so if you're not leaving until later that day or the next day, you could take advantage of our East Coast Highlights tour. It's 3 hours along the east coast of Papeete. Beautiful. So consider that, really an additional destination. So just again, to recap, here's your awesome itinerary. It's October 17th through October 24th of this year. Lots of great activities and interesting things to do. And your boutique hotel at sea is the award-winning Star Breeze. She can hold up to 312 lucky guests. She has 5 restaurants. We will feature Polynesian culinary, called Polynesian foods on board, plus international delights. We do have everything made to order. We are one of the few cruise lines where we can actually make everything a la minute. So never pre-prepared, never frozen, all fresh ingredients. You will taste the difference, I guarantee you. And it is an all-you-can-eat 5-star experience. Again, no dining surcharges. We do have live entertainment on board with local Tahitian musicians, plus other theme nights. We usually have a blues night and a jazz night and an 80s night, in the Compass Rose, which is our where we have evening entertainment. We do have also a theater where we do have certain performances. It's a small theater, so we don't have Broadway style reviews, but we do have the best crew talent show at sea. That's for sure. Lots of ways to really enjoy the culture and the fragrances of Polynesia. Our spa does have they use special aromatics with the different flowers and the herbs of Polynesia. So you could do like a very authentic massage, maybe a couple's massage. We have very cheerful Polynesian background music in all public venues. You'll even have your own Polynesian bathrobe with beautiful Polynesian art that you'll be able to use while you're on board the ship. So it really is a very Polynesian experience. It's great. Bring your Polynesian style sundresses and caftans and beachwear, and it's just really laid back and very beachy during the day. And in the evening, it's a little more elegant. So again, you don't need formal wear. You don't even need a jacket or tie, but it's a little more elegant in the evening. You probably wouldn't wear jeans or shorts in the evening. It's a little dressier, but it's going to be a really Polynesian experience on board. You will truly feel like you are there in an authentic experience. Workshops, dance lessons, etc. You're going to love it. So just a very quick tour of the ship, because I know we have limited time. We have a beautiful yacht club where we have puzzles and books, and you can relax and enjoy yourself. There's an upscale coffee bar there with goodies and snacks and salads. It's my favorite room because it is like an observation deck, because you do have floor to ceiling windows. It's at the very front of the ship. It's amazing. I love it. I love the yacht club. Amphora is the main restaurant, 5-star dining, really, really delicious. That's on all of our ships have Amphora. That's your main restaurant, no reservations needed. Candles is your romantic alternative supper club. You do need a reservation. You'll make that on the yacht, but there's no dining surcharge there. This is the Compass Rose Lounge. I was mentioning Compass Rose is open every evening with evening entertainment. The pool deck at night can become a pop-up disco party. And during the day, it's a great place that we have our sail away ceremony. We can have our Polynesian dancers out on deck. And it's really, really a great place. And the accommodations, they're all suites. So everyone gets a suite, at least 277 square feet. You have either two porthole windows or a picture window. You can also request a Juliet balcony, which does have a short balcony. It's not the type of full-size balcony like you would expect on the big cruise ships, but it is going to be great for standing out there, taking pictures, opening the French door, getting some fresh air. So we do have some Juliet balconies available and some full-size balconies in the larger suites. But the ship feels like a giant balcony. You're probably not going to be hanging out that much in your own suite. You're going to be out there on deck, enjoying the sights, sharing bottles of wine with your new friends, and having a great time. But the accommodations are lovely. Everyone has a suite with a living room, with a large walk-in closet, and a brand new bathroom. We put new bathrooms on all the rooms. So beautiful. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And then for those of you that are traveling with friends, you can request a grand owner suite if available. We have 2 of those on board the yacht, and it's 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms with a full-size balcony, living room, dining room area. There's 2 of those on board. So that would each one would sleep up to 8 people comfortably. So maybe y'all want to do something like that. Or ask Gigi if the Sea Island suite or the Broadmoor suite's available. That's kind of something very unique. We did this recently to showcase our sister properties, because we're part of the Xanterra Travel Collection, and they're part owners of the Broadmoor of Colorado, the Broadmoor Resort, and the Sea Island Resort in Georgia, off the coast of Georgia. So we did actually remodel 2 of our suites, and we're actually getting a lot of awards for these. So the Sea Island suite, that's on deck 5 forward, and also the Broadmoor suite, deck 5 forward. So they look and feel like the sister properties, the Broadmoor and the Sea Island Resort. What is life on board like? Well, it's fun, it's relaxed, it's casual. It's all about making great connections and being in a private yacht style environment. We have a beautiful spa on all of our ships. We have a water sports platform on all 6 ships. So when we're at anchor on your itinerary, there's actually 4 places that will be at anchor, and we can launch the complimentary yacht toys, all kinds of fun toys. We have an open bridge, so you can meet the captain, check out the radar. I mentioned our signature beach party. We have an onboard barbecue party on our sailings, and I think and this is actually our barbecue party actually is typically going to be in the Tahiti cruises. It's typically ashore, our barbecue party. In other places we do it on board the yacht, but we have snorkeling and diving opportunities, as I mentioned. And I can't think of any place more romantic than to be on a beautiful yacht in Tahiti. So if you would like to renew your vows, or maybe you're exchanging vows for the first time, Gigi can let you know the availability of our Starstruck romance packages for just a small fee. Why not make it a very special occasion? Maybe you have a milestone anniversary coming up, or maybe you missed a milestone anniversary during the pandemic when you might have been unable to travel. So let's make up for that, and let's do some beautiful experiences on board the yacht. We also have couples spa treatments, couples massages, and all kinds of unique stuff. And as I mentioned, we are known for our culinary. I just want to mention our secret recipe is the James Beard Foundation. We're the official cruise line of the James Beard Foundation. That is the highest honor of any cruise line in the industry today. And we are also official partners of Air Tahiti Nui, which is the Tahitian Airlines. They're fantastic, very spacious accommodations. We do have packages with
Melissa, I
air
hate
plus.
to interrupt you, but we only have little over 3 minutes left.
Okay, very good. So we can go ahead and just jump right to the end. So you could ask Gigi about the air packages and the air overwater bungalow options. And for the October 17th sailing, we do have discounted group rates. We do have up to 200 per person shipboard credit, a very low deposit requirement, just 15% of the total, and then your final payment is not due till July 17th. Space is limited, as we mentioned. There only holds 312 guests, so it does sell out fast. And for attending tonight's presentation, you'll also get, on top of the additional the shipboard credit of up to 200, you'll get extra 50 per person shipboard credit if you book with Gigi by March 31st. So we can't wait to see you on board. And I'm not sure if we have time to do any question and answer. We can certainly
and I did I also wanted to tell you guys that I'm going to email everybody a website, a booking page that I've created, and it will have all of the room pricing, what's included, the itinerary, all that good stuff. And of course, you can ask me any questions too. And let me see if we have any questions. I see John asked, how long are you on the water between the islands? Is that what you're asking, John? Is that long? How long you're sailing?
That's a great question. So we can go back to the page that has the itinerary real quick. We'll go back there real quick, and we can talk about that. Any other questions?
I know Kim asked if any excursions were included with the cruise. I think you said no.
Excursions are not included, but keep in mind that by booking in this group, you are getting up to $200 per person shipboard credit, plus potentially an extra 50 per person. So you could certainly use those to book excursions on board the yacht. Really? Shipboard credits are just that, though. You have to use that on board the ship. You could purchase your excursions on the ship. But if it is a bucket list excursion, something you have your absolute heart set on, or it involves animals like swimming with dolphins or stingrays, or if it involves like limited equipment like ATVs or kayaks, you want to book it ahead of time. But you could use your shipboard credit for excursions. So that is kind of like the equivalent of getting complimentary excursions, up to a certain amount. That's a great question. But we have excursions ranging from $30 on up to, probably over hundreds of dollars a person. So they're not included because there's so many different great experiences and different price ranges, different activity levels. So we want you to choose. But to answer the awesome question about how much cruising time you would have, so you can see there is a good amount of cruising time. We do a lot of our cruising out at sunset. They do have some of the most amazing, spectacular sunsets. So we are going to be cruising out mostly in the evenings. So, for instance, 5 o'clock in Moorea, and you would not get to your next destination until 8 in the morning in Raiatea. So you have some sea time. Your overnight in Raiatea, we leave the next morning early, and then we do get a couple hours later because it's really close by. We are going to be in Taha for your fun beach party day, and then the next morning in Bora Bora we'll stay overnight until 9 p.m. on Tuesday, and then we'll arrive in Hua Hin at 7 a.m. the next day. So you'll have plenty of time there. And then your final evening on the ship, we depart at 5 p.m. and you'll arrive in Papeete at 9 a.m. So lots of time to enjoy yourself. Yeah, it's great. And you guys, there's just